Hello, everyone. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. This is your weekly reading where we talk all about what's happening in the weekly energy. What are you feeling? What energy is impacting you? What to expect so that you have a sense of what's going on this week and so that you know how you can navigate the week, how we can make the most of the energy that we have available to us this week. Let's start with how are you guys feeling? How have things been going? And we're going to talk about the messages that I had come through about that. And then we're going to pull some tarot cards at the end. I always recommend that people stick around for the tarot portion. By the way, these cards are huge, right? I got a giant tarot card deck for an event that I did over the weekend. And I thought this would be cool because they're so big. It would be a cool thing to incorporate into my readings so that we can see the cards a little bit better. I always like to use them as like a visual tool. That's what I like about tarot. It helps us to connect with messages, but it's also a visual tool and we can connect with the symbols in the card and it's going to deliver an even more powerful message. So these are fun. I can't wait to use them for this reading. How are you guys doing? How are you feeling? I think that we're settling in a little bit more on the other side of this eclipse portal. This week feels a bit more settled. Last week, I was like not even fully present in my body. I don't know if that was me, all of the solar flares. I don't know if it was coming back from the 48-hour vibe retreat. I don't know. But I think that other people were kind of there. It just felt like I wasn't fully present or fully able to be present and felt a little bit disconnected from myself. And I think like we were processing so much energy that last week that's why. But part of the cool aspect of that, were you guys able to see some of the northern lights, some of the aurora borealis? I was able to put some pictures up on my Instagram and Facebook. So beautiful. Like how amazing is that to have a hot pink sky? That's pretty cool. So let me know, were you guys able to see that? But these solar flares that we've been having, this intense energy that we've been experiencing allows for things like that. And I think it's such a beautiful metaphor for life that as we're experiencing intensity, as we're experiencing energy and we're processing a lot, that there's also a magic that comes with that. There's always a magic that comes with it. There's always a blessing that comes with it. So now we're leaning into new beginnings. And I feel like, I've been talking about how on the other side of this eclipse portal that we have new beginnings. Sorry, I have to cough a little bit. My throat's kind of scratchy today. That as we're on the other side of this eclipse portal, that we're now getting to lean into these new beginnings. And these new beginnings are, in my opinion, not quite clear. Like, do you know what your new beginnings are? For some of you, you do. For some of you, you've made some significant life changes and you're settling into those life changes and you know what that looks like. But I think for a lot of people, a lot of us don't know exactly what that looks like. We know that we feel different. We know that we have cleared some things. We've let go of some people, places, and things. We have been in this process of releasing. We have been in this place where we're willing and ready to change, to shift, to try things differently, to look at things from different perspectives. And I really want to invite everybody to stay in that energy because this is where the magic is. This is where we're going to be able to create these new beginnings for ourselves. But I get the sense that we're still settling into that, where it's like, okay, I know that this is new. I know that this is different, but I don't really quite understand exactly where this is going yet. This is going to require some patience on our parts in order to allow things to unfold the way that they're meant to, and to let ourselves be shown. And so I think that this is an opportunity for us to invite that leadership in from our higher power, from God, from the universe, whatever that is for you. And for us to say, this is what I've been saying this whole week. Show me what this story is supposed to look like. Show me what my story is supposed to look like. And I've just been inviting that in and not trying to edit the story too much. I've been trying to allow the story to unfold the way that it wants to unfold. So, can we all, and maybe even put that in comments, hey, God, hey, universe, show me what the story is supposed to look like. Show me where this is supposed to go. And then we make the commitment that we're going to allow ourselves to be led through this until it becomes more clear, until it makes sense. And in the meantime, I do think that there are things that are clicking, there are things that are making sense. We're becoming aware of where we need to make some changes. We've already made some changes. We're becoming aware of who and what is belonging in this experience with us. I feel like here in this energy, there's a lot that's happening around relationships. Certainly, I've been shown through some experiences like what is aligning for where I'm currently at in my life and what isn't, who isn't showing up for me, who is, and what do I actually want, and are the things that are showing up in my experience aligning with that or not? Because I think we continue to grow and expand, and I think that it's okay for what we want, what we desire, or more importantly, what aligns for us to look different now than it did even a couple of months ago. Hi, Lynette. Nice to see you on here. So it's okay. It's okay to kind of just let this unfold and to be asking these questions and to be exploring these things. And I think that this week that there are a lot of surprises. I think we're already in this energy, but I think that it's developing more. I think there's a lot of surprises in regard to relationships. Maybe we'll find ourselves in situations that are different than we expected. And so it's our job to go with the flow with that, but it's all leading us where we need to be. And I think like in a lot of cases, it's all good surprises, but I think in a lot of cases, it's going to feel like a good surprise. It's going to feel like, oh, this is what I was looking for. This is what I was needing out of this connection, these connections, my connections in my life. And so I think that the best thing that we can do is to just kind of lean in and notice where this energy is taking us. I do think that we're going to get hit with some surprises, some curveballs, some adventures in relationships. And I do think that we're now leaning into a new cycle in regard to relationships. And so that can look different. It will look different. And you might find that there's like conflict and there's issues that are showing up in relationships in an effort to clear some things out of our life, to make space for what wants to come in. I think that this is really important. Now, this week, so the 17th, October 17th, we have a full moon in Aries. I really like this full moon. I think that this full moon is coming in at exactly the right time to empower us, to invite us to step into our leadership, to give us the courage that we need to take care of some things that we have been sitting on, that we have felt like maybe we've been thinking about it for a long time and haven't felt ready. And I think that this full moon is going to support us in feeling ready, in moving forward with something, in letting go of something, whatever this is for us, but it's giving us that courage. I always say like it's a bold energy too. It's helping us and supporting us in being more bold than we typically would be. So you might be surprised by some of the things that you say and do around this full moon. I think that it's going to be important though to keep in mind that everybody's going to be feeling a little bit more powerful around this moon. And so I do think that there's the possibility of getting entangled into like a power struggle. Don't involve yourself in power struggles with people. Just pull your energy back and let things sort themselves out, right? You stay in your power and honor that power that you're feeling and let the rest take care of itself. I just don't think that there's a lot of value in getting wrapped up in a power struggle here in this energy. And I think that it's highly likely if we allow it. So check yourself, catch yourself, make sure that you're not getting caught up in that just for the sake of having a power struggle. Because I think a lot of this, like, we might just want to win in this energy. It's kind of that energy. Or we might just want to have the last word in this energy. And I think that there's a lot of power in not needing to have the last word. That's the more powerful stance. I think that there's a lot of power in just standing strong in our truth and noticing who and what aligns with that. So that energy is going to be very powerful. I think we're going to feel that through most of this week. And I also think that we've had a lot of these moments lately of the truth coming to the surface, of being shown things that we need to see. And I think that this full moon is like the cherry on top of that energy, where there are going to be these revelations from within ourselves or from without ourselves, outside of ourselves, that are coming to the surface, that are helping us to understand what it is that we need to know, what it is that we need to understand in order to fully lean into these new beginnings that we've created for ourselves on the other side of these eclipses. So notice it all. Just notice what's showing up for you, and let it lead you, let it show you. If you're being shown something, even if you don't like it, this is not the time to bury your head in the sand. This is the time to say, you know what, that is the truth. That is what is happening. That is what the choices that people have made. That is the consequence of this situation. And here I am. And I think acceptance is a very powerful thing here in this energy. So we want to be leaning into that. You might feel still a bit unsettled and unfocused in this energy. And I think that this full moon is really supporting us in helping us to see the path, to get more clear on the path, to get more clear on what the next steps are on the path. Because I don't know that we're going to know where the path is going, but I think we're getting more clear on what the next steps are with that. Also, if you're needing some extra support around, sorry, I have some tape on my cards, around this full moon, I do have my energy session up on my Clarity by Christy membership. I am on a mission, as I said, to bring in 30 new members by the end of the year. That's moving nicely, but I would love to have you guys. It's only $9.99 a month, and if you put free month in all caps, you'll get your first month free. So you can come in, check it out, tour it, see all of the stuff that I have in there for your spiritual and your personal growth, and all of the tools that I have up. And you can decide, is this for me or is this not? But I think that you're going to want to stay once you get in there and see all of the stuff that I have for you. So we're going to pull some cards, but let me know, how are you guys feeling, doing? What's been going on for you? What kind of things are you creating for yourself? Hi, Barbara. Nice to see you here. How's it going? Get some cards pulled. These cards are big and it's a little awkward. It's going to take a little getting used to, but we've got this. We can do this. I had an amazing event over the weekend. For those of you who are local, at 360 Aurora, I highly recommend them. I love 360 Aurora. It's been such a great place for events. And I did like some intuitive exercises using art. So it was very fun, a little bit different from what I usually do, but it was really fun and another way to bring things together. So one of the things that we did was connecting with the tarot and what are the symbols and what does it mean to you, and letting people connect with some messages that they needed to connect with. That was really, really fun. One more card and then we'll be all ready. Yeah, like this is good vibe, guys. Like this is a good week. It's a good week. We're starting out strong and magical with the Magician. Notice the infinity symbol above his head. Notice that. And I just want you to remember that you're infinite, and that you are always connected to source. And this is so important because when we feel that connection to source, we feel our magic. We understand that we are an extension of source energy and that we're here to create our experience. So we're never just a victim of circumstances. Certainly, we can be a victim of circumstances, right? But we're never just that. We are a creator, a co-creator here in this world, and we're creating our experience. And so this is inviting us to think about, what do we want these new beginnings to look like? What do we want them to be? I'm just getting the sense of like, how do you want to upgrade your life? Put your intentions out there. Which, speaking of, I'm working on an Upgrade Your Life package. It's going to be a combination of hypnosis sessions. It's going to incorporate energy sessions as part of that, using neuro-linguistic programming, manifestation techniques, all the things. And it's going to be really powerful. But let me know in comments how you guys would upgrade your life, because I'm working on the recordings right now and I would love to have you guys be a part of that. I'll also put a link below where you can privately submit and get on my list, because I'm going to be offering that at a lower price for a little while, but only to a certain number of people. So you want to get on the list so that you can be there for the launch. But anyway, yeah, what are we creating? And I do feel like there's opportunities here. Like, this just feels like a clearing the way in some way, right? Maybe something we felt blocked with, something we felt stuck with. And now it's like, no, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to step into this. And now I feel empowered and I feel like I know everything that I need to know and I've done everything that I need to do. And so to me, we've been talking about this garden, right? And we see this garden here and it's like, I think that parts of our garden that we've been growing are ready. The seeds have sprouted, things have grown, and we're seeing the fruits of our labor. We're starting to be able to harvest some of this energy that we've put out there. And I think like as some of the heaviness of that energy is clearing and releasing, we're able to see that and we're able to connect with that. We also, though, have to, this is about the magic. This is about belief and believing in the magic and holding that hope and that optimism. And then this is also about like, but we also have to live here on earth. And I think that like, that's such an important approach to spirituality. We don't want to be so like castle in the clouds energy where we're building castles in the clouds, but we're never bringing that castle down to earth. And this is inviting you to bring your castle down to earth. So this is saying, pay attention this week to what you need to do, what your part is. God, your guides, your angels, the universe, whatever that is for you is working on that behind the scenes. But here's your job, here's your work. And you're going to be shown something that you need to bring into balance, something that you need to like get a handle on, something that you need to make a change to, something that you need to take an action with, or steps that you're needing to take. This is that very practical energy that I'm feeling with this. And again, like we may not like this. We might go, I don't want to do that. But we feel it intuitively. We know, and we're being shown, because again, we're going to very much be shown here this week. And if you don't feel like you're being shown, it's a time to go within. We have this Hermit card, right? But I feel like this Hermit card here this week is about us getting to the other side of that. We've spent a lot of time reflecting and connecting and getting answers. And I think that there's going to be a lot of inspiration, a lot of understanding, a lot of the benefit for this inward work that we've been doing, that we're going to be seeing it. So I think that we're going to be kind of preparing to maybe be a little bit more social or put ourselves out there more in some ways. Like this is inviting you to, like, if you're working on something, but you're not putting yourself out there in some way, then you're not fully doing the work. Like, for example, I was talking about my Upgrade Your Life package, right? If I'm creating it, but I'm not talking about it and I'm not sharing it with you guys, then I'm not doing fully my part that I need to be doing. So where are you missing a piece to what you need to be doing? And I think if you're not sure, go within, spend this time listening to yourself, listening to your soul, take some time and space in your own energy. I think that there's a real knowing that's coming through this week that's going to be very, very powerful. And if we don't feel like the knowing is coming from within, it's going to come from outside of ourselves. Five of Swords. I think that we're going to be shown who and what we can trust and who and what we can't. Where people are being shady, where situations aren't serving us anymore, where we should not be investing our time and our energy in people. Remember, I said there's a lot of revelations that are coming to the surface. There's a lot of relationship transformations. And I do feel like these relationship transformations are bringing us into better relationships in our lives. But this is going to be here front and center so that we understand what we need to understand so that we can create the kind of relationships that we want to be creating for our lives. And then we have so much that's coming our way. 8 of Wands. We have so much that's flowing into our experience. And this is a really magical thing. It's like we're focused on it and then we're creating it. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity coming in this week. I think that there's going to be a lot of revelations. I think there's going to be a lot of messages coming in, a lot of opportunities. This feels like a little bit of everything. So if you're somebody, for example, who has cleared out a relationship in your life and you've made space, you may find in this energy that all of a sudden out of the blue, there's so many opportunities for relationships in your life, and you are going to be exploring what's going to be the best fit, what's not going to be the best fit, but you might be a little like almost spoiled for choice or overwhelmed with everything that's coming our way. But there's so many blessings that are coming our way, and that's the beautiful thing, is that we get to create what we want and we get to lean into what's going to be the best fit. I think a lot of things are happening right now that are going to feel good, and we just get to decide what's going to be the best fit for us. So that's really exciting. Now, if this energy wasn't telling me that things are going to be coming in fast and a lot, like there's going to be a lot of goodness coming into our experience, we also have this Knight of Swords, which is also a very fast energy. So it does feel like this energy speeds up a little bit this week, but make sure you take a pause and listen to yourself. It does feel like it's moving quickly, but this is like truth, right? Again, this is truth coming to the surface. This is you understanding your truth. This is you seeing things more clearly. This may even be people coming in with a truth and you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Because it feels like a surprise. This could even be a surprise confession, a surprise truth, a surprise conversation that you were not expecting. I think there's a lot of things this week that we're not expecting that are coming in, and it's like, okay, let me just see. Let me just try to work with it and see where this is taking me. That's the vibe, right? Lean into it. See where it's taking you. See where it's leading. Let it be an adventure and let yourself be shown what the story in your life with this current chapter is supposed to be like. So those are your messages for the week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you all. If this video resonated with you, please subscribe to my YouTube if you haven't already. If you're watching it there, please like this video, heart it, share it, comment below, tag somebody, whatever you feel like you want to do with this. All of it helps to support the channel, helps to support me and these messages reaching the people that they need to reach. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And I will see you soon with another video. Take care.